My name is Jerry, and I will be presenting on the deep sea mining law. So, going over the roadmap, we will begin with an introduction, moving on to legal framework, and then legal ownership of the seabed resources. We're also going to talk about the governing bodies of deep sea mining, and finally, we're going to talk about some of the legal challenges and future prospects. To begin with, what is deep sea mining? Deep sea mining is the process of retrieving mineral deposits from the deep seabed, the ocean below 200 meters. There's a diagram showing you a general process. There has been a growing interest in deep sea mining lately due to the increasing demand in minerals and the investment of technologies, as well as the high economic values of deep sea mining. Deep sea mining is the deep seabed is extremely rich in resources containing a large quantity of rare minerals such as gold, silver, and other rare earth elements that are used to manufacture our electronic products. And it is a highly controversial practice, mainly due to the high uncertainty in science and um, legality. So, talking about the legal framework of ocean governance, the main entity is going to be the UNCLOS, which is also known as the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. It defines the rights and responsibilities of states over marine resources and navigation. So under UNCLOS, a state have sovereignty over their territorial sea, extending which is 12 nautical miles extended from their baseline, and exclusive rights over their natural resources within their exclusive economic zone (EEZ), which extends up to 1,200 nautical miles from the baseline, shown on the diagram here. And 1 nautical mile is about 1.85 kilometers. Well, states may claim further sovereign rights over the continental shelf if they can prove that the seabed is a natural extension of their land territory, potentially extending their control beyond the 200 nautical miles limit. However, the high sea, which is everything beyond 200 nautical miles, remains international, and no one has sovereignty over, and all nations enjoy freedom of navigation and other internationally recognized rights. Now, who owns the resources on the bottom of the ocean? According to UNCLOS, deep sea resources, which is the resource on the seabed in the high sea, which I mentioned earlier, marked the dark blue on the map, is considered to be common heritage of humankind under Article 136. And under Article 82, it established that the revenue generated from seabed mining in those areas has to be shared, especially among developing countries to ensure a fair economic benefits. And we also have national ownership, which I also mentioned in the exclusive economic zone. The state has exclusive right to exploit the resources, and they have full ownership of the resources on the seabed, marked the light blue area on the map. And the dark blue area, the high sea, is governed by the International Seabed Authority, which is a essential institution and entity that I will be discussed in this presentation. So the International Seabed Authority is an authority and an institution established under UNCLOS that regulates seabed mining in international waters. It is responsible for regulating seabed mining in areas beyond national jurisdictions. So any place any region, any water beyond 200 nautical miles of their EEZ. The ISA is also responsible for issuing license for exploration of seabed minerals, allowing state-backed or private entities to conduct research in potential mining operations. Also, to address environmental concerns, the ISA also adopted regulations requiring all mining activities to have environmental impact assessments before any exploitation can begin. However, while ISA sets legal frameworks, guidelines, questions remain about its enforcement power and its effectiveness in regulating mining operations in international water. These remains major challenges of the ISA. Further discussing the legal challenges of deep sea mining, it is primarily due to the unclear revenue sharing rules that I mentioned previously, Article 82. It mandates that revenue from mining in international waters be shared, but key financial terms remain undefined or vaguely defined, creating uncertainty. Additionally, ISA lacks direct enforcement authority, relying on sponsoring states to ensure compliance, which can lead to selective enforcements based on national interest and the heavily involvement of politics, which can alter the outcomes. Environmental regulations under ISA are not legally binding, which makes it exceptionally difficult to hold companies accountable for ecological damages. Jurisdictional disputes between states further weaken ISA abilities to govern mining activities, as it has no power to resolve sovereignty conflicts. Moreover, older mining contracts are not subject to newer environmental rules, leading to unequal legal standards among contractors. This highlights the inflexibility of ISA's regulations. Finally, the Seabed Disputes Chamber of ILO's International Tribunal of Law of the Sea has no legal precedence of handling deep sea mining conflicts, making the dispute's resolution uncertain. These challenges raise concerns about whether ISA can effectively regulate seabed mining while ensuring environmental protection and equitable resource distribution. So, what are we looking onward from here? The future of deep sea mining presents both opportunities and challenges. There are both pros and cons. On the positive side, deep sea mining offers a huge economic opportunities for resource-dependent nations, particularly those lacking land-based mineral resource. Advancements in mining technologies are making seabed extraction more efficient and cost-effective, increasing the feasibility of commercial operations and potentially generating more wealth. Additionally, the ISA continues to refine its regulatory framework, issuing more exploration contracts and consolidating building its role as the primary international body for overwatching seabed mining. However, these opportunities come with a significant risk. The long-term environmental impacts remains unknown, as mining could cause significant harm to deep sea ecosystems, potentially causing irreversible damages. Furthermore, another concern is the ISA's weak enforcement power. Its ability to regulate mining activities effectively is questionable, and it will remain questionable. It will quite possibly remain questionable for the coming years, particularly in disputed areas. Lastly, political and financial uncertainties, including global opposition to seabed mining, the geopolitical considerations, and concerns over profitability versus sustainability, pose additional challenges. Whether deep sea mining will become a sustainable industry or face increasing international restrictions will depend on how well these legal, environmental, and economic concerns are addressed in the coming years. And I thank you very much for